guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. It's your first time here. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't make it your last. Remember to subscribe if you have not. Leave a like on this video, please, and then leave a comment in the comment section. We'd like to hear from you. Okay, all right, so I have my husband here today. Can you introduce yourself, baby?
Good day, people. My name is Mr. Fash. I'm here.
You are here. Ooh. So I don't know how this video is going to go, but one of you sent me a message asking me to answer a series of questions. The first one is, I sometimes miss aspects of my single life. So basically, do you miss some aspects of your single life, and what aspects would that be?
I
Do you
think
sometimes miss?
I think that's just normal.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it might just be.
So you wait. First of all, you miss your single life.
I don't miss my single life.
You miss some aspect of your single life.
Sometimes.
What aspects?
Okay, good. Sometimes I want to just be in my space.
So I'm always in your space.
No.
But I'm just kidding.
At that point in time, I might be needed for different reasons. Whether I'm needed to do something, or I'm needed to be there, or responsible for something, which is different from what I would have liked to do at that point. Maybe I've had a kind of day or a kind of week, so I just need time to sit down, be alone. Now,
you had 1 year of being you 1 year of being.
That's the thing. It's not every time, but
of being alone.
It will occur that you just remember. You don't. Maybe I don't know if it's miss, like you want to go back, but you just remember. You be like, those days, yeah.
So what exactly do you remember? You are like those days, yeah.
Those are one of those.
So the days you want to be on in your own space. You don't want me around, and I'm always in your space.
No. Yeah, never understand.
No, be sincere.
Yeah, you're not. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter whether you are always or all those ones. What just counts is at that point, this is what I feel like. I can't have it. That's all.
Okay. So what other things about your single life do you miss?
Okay, maybe ability to do what I want with my money.
With your money. How much may you make it when you were single?
It doesn't matter. Marriage as a man, or even before marriage, but mostly after marriage, puts a lot of things into perspective for you as a responsible man. So there are things I like, there are things I don't really care about. Do you understand? So, I mean, I can use one for 5 years. It doesn't matter to me. I'll change the screen if it looks cracked or all those ones. But I'd like to buy some things more. Do you understand?
I know where you are going with this.
I'm not going anywhere.
You are going.
I'm not going anywhere. So
like your shoes.
Buy
like
shoes.
$200 pairs.
Buy perfume that I like. Do you understand? It doesn't mean that other things will not necessarily. I'd have to maybe scrape and pay some sacrifices for it. But at least that's where I'm working. There are a few things that gives me pleasure. So I feel like, let me indulge it. But I mean, when I was
unmarried... So I don't let you indulge.
When I was unmarried, I would indulge. Do you understand? I mean, I have a very healthy saving habit and all that. So it's not like I'm a spendthrift.
So what has changed?
But now I can't.
Why?
I have to get permission. So they can tell me that I bought 2 shoes within the past 3 months. There's no need for third one now.
Who buys 3 shoes in 3 months?
Do you understand?
How many legs do you have?
So they can say, but you have like 3 pairs. But that
let's not even get to the perfume. Because
I'm just saying,
how many pairs do you have inside that?
I don't know. I don't count.
You don't count. But because you are unable to count them.
This is the
and then you will see another one. You would tell me that you still want to get the ones in the house. You've not finished them.
Anybody that likes perf knows that when you have certain perfs, they don't stop being great. Do you understand? But you want to smell different. You just want to smell different. So those perfs are still great. Like, it might be that you want to go to some place or someplace. Those are kind of perfume you want to wear. Do you understand? For me now, I have In fact, I discriminate. There are perf I can wear to church. There are ones I can't. There are ones I can wear to say I want to go and buy something, even though she will.
My husband will wake up in the morning and put perf in the body.
Do you understand?
Because he wants to go outside to throw trash.
So that's not true. So
we want to do video. You are not going anywhere. You want to sit and do video. My husband will put perf. Why?
it keeps you staying.
It keeps you cleaning.
You like what you smell, babe. So
it keeps me.
Yes, now
it keeps me.
You like it, don't you? You like that always smell good, don't you?
That see finish.
No, that's part of what I'm talking about. So I want to go to this place. Like my main job, there are perfs I can't wear to it. My other job, there are perfs I can't wear to it. Do you understand? Like this perf is too good for you. That's how I have a relationship with my pet. So she doesn't understand
my husband,
it.
The perfume in my husband's drawer. I'm not exaggerating. The oil and the other ones, they should be more than 10.
So I want to go jogging. There's a perf I wear.
He's telling me he wants to buy. In short, recently somebody offered to buy 2 different things for him. But choose one. My husband chose perf. Even though the other thing he doesn't have it. What's that?
Hallelujah. Thank God. Because just before that time, I wanted to buy a perf. She refused.
I refused him from
so
buying it.
When the offer came, I quickly dived into it. Do you understand? So if I was if I'm single, I could have done any of that. But that's the thing too. Life is not about indulging yourself. So there are times when she does it because I gave her the full permission or whatever. She can always check things like that because most of the times we can't check ourselves. Maybe we can, but not all the times. Or sometimes when she tells me, for instance, that this is that, it helps put it into perspective that I'm deliberately avoiding considering. Do you understand?
And he's a very logical person. So when my husband wants to splurge on something, all the logic flies out of the window. So it's that thing he wants to get. So the only logic he will tell you is, this is why I work. I've already saved. I'm like, this money you want to use to buy. Even though if you add it to savings, it will add something. My husband will say, we've already saved.
She's not a YO person. Hear it out. Say this is certain amount for savings and I've contributed it. Now from my weekly running expense, which includes transport and all those ones, I now scrounge to save. Do you understand? I now save. Maybe I want to buy something and this thing, it will take me 6 weeks to save it or 5 weeks. So I start saving. Small. I save small. The more time will now reach, they will now say I can't buy it. That money I should have put it in. But it's my own saving. But the good thing too is that there are times when she says those things like don't buy it or one thing, and now
we argue first though.
And I'll put it into perspective, and I'll be like, after all, this is what she's supposed to do, because there are times when I'm just yielding to, I don't know, my lust for the perf or the item, or it's not like I can't buy it later. And there are ones though that I want to buy, but I know I can't afford it now because I also have restrictions in terms of what I can buy. There are perfs I want to buy, but I can't buy them. I know the amount. I know it costs 300 and something pounds. I know this one.
You use 300 and something pounds for a perfume, like a perf, just for someone to smell. Why? It's not even when you're buying clothes or you're buying, even if it's shoe, I will understand because you wear it like perf that you wear that you use it to finish.
It's because you don't like perf.
I like perf. I like to smell nice. No, your own is obsession.
That is it, I know.
And I don't know, when I met him, I know he used to use a lot of oil perf then. My husband, when he was earning low, he would still use about 30% of the salary to buy perf.
I don't know if it's up to 30%, but that's the thing. I space those things. I space it. But so that's the thing. So I can't buy all those ones because when she says something and I realize that it's not like I can't wait. I can't wait, so I will wait. And then there are things that I know that I'd like to buy. I mean, I always tell my wife that this is anything you see me wear is not what I want to wear. No matter how good that thing is not what I want to wear. But I don't have money for what I want to wear. So even if I'm using a perf that I really like, that's not what I want. What I really want I am not within the earning capacity for
So
it.
even when you get to the earning capacity, you now be buying frivolous things.
It's not frivolous. It just means I upgraded what I used to have.
Upgraded.
That's the thing.
That's why they rich and they are never enough. Because the more your income increases, the more your taste also increases.
there are some. I mean, I'm a very simple person in many things.
You're not a pef and not
No,
a
I'm
shoe.
not. I'm not. I don't consider myself arrogant or.
You're not arrogant.
That's what I'm saying. I don't consider myself proud or any of those things. I just like certain things in a certain way. It doesn't. It's not a status thing for me. I mean, I say it all the time. It doesn't concern me.
It just makes you feel.
Yeah, it's just something I like. I'm not one of those. It's not just in me.
It's not for anybody.
It's me. I like it. I mean, I think
And
one
for
of
me
the
also.
one of the first things that I adjusted to when we got married was when compliments. My wife. I mean, I live in my head, so I thought about something. I won't say it. So
Say it.
no, I'm saying I would have thought about
okay.
something and I
you
won't say
it. Yeah.
So I could see my wife wear something nice, and in my head I'm like, it's nice. That's all.
you
I
won't
won't say it. She would have to. I
Take it out of
mean,
you.
so it took a while. I think I'm not there yet, but I'm a lot better than where I was now. But this is the thing for me. I don't really need that to be okay. If my wife, I mean, if at all, maybe my wife.
You didn't used to need that.
No, you don't understand. If you're saying
Let me tell you what happened. My husband cut his hair.
No, that's a different thing entirely, and I know what I was doing that day. I'll tell you later. Just remind me. So this is the thing. If I wear something nice, yes, it's expected. My wife should compliment me. But I mean, if I go, like some people will say, if they buy perf, that nobody is saying the perf is nice, so they don't believe it's nice. That's not me. I know it's nice. So if you're not acknowledging it, it's your nose that is not working.
So we've spoken how many minutes now on top of perfume?
Yeah. So the long and short of it is that we do things that makes us feel good, but sometimes we may do it out of control, just because there's no one to put us in check and responsible for us. So we all need that support system. So.
Anyways, freedom. I think that's one thing that everybody's gonna say.
Yeah, so
about like what do you miss about being single? For me, I don't know if there's anything I miss about being single, to be honest. And I'm being completely honest because I don't think there's anything that I'm restricted on. If it's women will always say cooking, maybe because it's just the two of us for now, maybe, but I enjoy cooking, first of all. And secondly, if I don't cook, my husband will not ask me. If as long as me, I know it's my responsibility that there is food in the house. When I cook majority of the time because I don't like eating out, right? But when I cook, I'm cooking. The day that I cannot cook or I don't want to cook, I just make sure there's something to eat, and that's all. And nobody's going to question me.
Yeah, I was going to say that when people talk about compatibility in marriage, sometimes they think it means that I like to go to parties. She doesn't like. She likes to go to party, or I like this kind of movies. She likes that kind of the same kind. They think it's that, but no, it's not that. There are couples who have similar interests like that, and it's good. But compatibility actually is that where your strength lies, or I don't know.
Some of your weaknesses.
Not even exactly that. Like your ability to balance each other.
Complement each other.
Let me explain now, or put it into perspective. Maybe this will help me. For instance, I'm not a foodie. I like food, but I'm not a foodie. So I'm not the type that would insist that I must eat this every day, or this kind of all this kind of things. Not my thing. Sometimes they usually remind me to eat. Now, where we complement each other, I was talking about is that because she makes effort to cook, I eat more than I would have if it was only me. I'll make sure that I eat those food. And the day she's not cooking, it doesn't mean anything to me. That is exactly what it means to complement each other, if you ask me. Because you have a balance and you work well with each other in that way. It's not I don't think we've ever had the issue of you should cook or you're not cooking. All those ones.
Because I always cook.
And I cook.
There's always food.
I cook.
You used to cook.
No, let me explain. I know how to
You know how to cook, eh?
But my wife does not have certain, what do you call it? she's very selective or picky about certain things,
I like my
or
food
even
to be cooked
process.
certain way.
Yes. So and
Don't put the Maggi before the salt. Don't put the
me, I
salt before
have
the Maggi in
I have
certain
my own
dishes.
process too.
Yeah.
Now the difference is me, I'm open. If something is used in my process, it doesn't stop me from enjoying it. If it's not, it doesn't stop me from enjoying it. But she has those things. So because of that, I don't cook, and praise the Lord. So except there are certain things I cook more better the way, I mean, she likes it when I
like
cook
it's
it
beans.
better. And so maybe those ones.
Yeah, like it's beans and
But
sauce.
aside that one, my life is simple, and I think that's where couples get to when, because I don't think even compatibility is something that is ab
You
initio.
get from
It's not from the beginning. It's something that is built.
you develop.
There are necessary ones from the outset,
Yeah.
but you come to that place over the years when you complement each other totally. Like you balance each other out. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else will I miss? I don't that's the thing. There's nothing I miss. I didn't like my single life. Maybe that's why God made me get married very quickly. There was nothing interesting about my single life. When I was in university, it's church, home, school, and then I got a job, it is work, home, church, and that has always been my life. Even when I was single, I was never a party type. I was never a type that kept boyfriends. I was never any of those, right? And I think maybe because I didn't even have time to be single, because some people came to snatch me before I tear eyes, before I actually enjoy my singlehood. Because they were single for too long. They didn't let me enjoy my singleness. I was supposed to, the plan was that after university, all the things I could not do because I was busy, giving myself to God and giving myself to my studies, I was going to do them after school. But who came to ask me out? Immediately I finished writing my last paper. Then, right? So
It was a rescue mission.
it was a rescue mission. And from university, then I've been involved. So, and even time of school, I don't really miss anything, to be honest. And there's nothing that I was doing when I was single that I don't do now that I'm married. So there is absolutely nothing. That's why you said, obviously, I said not necessarily. I don't miss anything. Maybe the thing that came to my mind initially was, oh, I'm no longer on that, like my mom's heavy hand and stuff. But my mom will still do what my mom does. Right?
We never grow.
Yeah. We are always a child to our parents. Of course, not as heavy as it was before. But at the same time, honestly, there's nothing I do now that I never did when I was, and vice versa. Right? So yeah, nothing for me. I don't miss anything about being single. Our wedding night was our wedding night more memorable than imagined?
We slept, so
We
I don't
slept
know.
during our wedding night. And yeah, I did imagine a lot will happen on my wedding. I've always imagined a lot will happen when I was single, and it was not, it didn't happen, right? So yeah, our wedding night was sleep tired. We slept so much. Yeah, and then we started the following day.
Yo,
This one said, I am better in bed. Nobody needs to know that information. I fear that our parents or parents-in-law might want to get more involved in our relationship now that we're married. Was that ever a fear that my mom or your parents will get involved? I don't think I think it's normal, right? That you have certain fears of mother-in-law and stuff like that and all of that. But I think for me, I've always wanted my own children's wife or husband to like me. So I knew that whoever would be my own mother-in-law was going to, I was going to take that person as my own parent. So I've always prayed that the person I would have as my husband, as my in-laws, they would take me as their parents, and I would also do the same. And I think even right from when we're dating, I would always loved my parents-in-law. They are really great people. I've never had any, issues with them. No, no. So never a fear for me.
it was none for me either. So
It was
I never had that fear.
never.
Like it was impossible. I can't have that kind of fear though,
Yeah.
because I think I'm very good at managing people, especially elderly people. I know what they want to hear, how they want to hear it, and all that. So I know how to balance it. I know what to say, what not to say. So it doesn't even matter. Whatever anybody says, even my mom or my dad, I know I know
Knows how
I know
to
to give it
how to
attention,
bend them
how
to
to
the
give it
easily.
attention, And so I know how to talk to them. I know how to deal with them. So
Yeah.
it makes our relationship really wonderful.
Yeah. My family was initially not in support of us getting married. No.
We
No.
weren't privileged to have that.
No. Privilege, girl.
To put it in a good way.
I beg go. I am more romantic than my partner. Yes.
Okay. Yes, I mean,
I don't think so, actually.
but
I don't think so.
by certain
Well,
standards.
depending on what you're measuring it with.
Yeah. So if it's about going out, seeing things, doing things,
Saying things.
all those ones.
Yeah, I think.
I take the second position gallantly. Do you understand? But my
The way you show love.
most of my affection is a bit more practical, more hands-on. So it involves what I can do or not do, and all those the level I can go, how to show you in practical in serious times. Those are things that are much more given to, or more that comes a bit more natural to me. The other one I'm learning about it and all that. So
So there's difference between romance and affection. Romantic and affection. Affectionate is like hands-on. It's like, caring for the even I think really they might even be the same depending on how you're defining what romantic is. I think when it comes to like doing things for the other person, I think we are both great at that. Like I live to satisfy my husband. My husband lives to satisfy me. Like, and that's the way we are. Like there are things that I would go to the store and I want to get something for myself. I've got it for my husband. And the same thing will happen to him when he goes to the store. If it's not shoes, if it's not a shoe store, right? Or a perfume store. But leave store alone because he will most likely not go to a store anyway because he's not a store person. He's an online shopping kind of a person. But that's the way we are. Like I live to satisfy him. I live for him, right? And he lives for me. And I can tell you anywhere, my husband, my need is always first in his heart. And it's the same for me, right? So, and that's what marriage really is supposed to be. You're supposed to literally give all of yourself to the other person, and the person gives all. The problem is in marriage is when one person is giving all or more, and the other person is just giving some or none, and that's where issues become. But when you become a priority in each man, even in the bedroom, I am seeking to satisfy him. He is seeking every energy to satisfy me.
why must bedroom enter this?
Because it's holistic.
All right.
We're talking about romantic, right? But I don't think anybody's more romantic. I think we are very, very romantic people.